everyone, I'm Sanghavi Durlikar from TYCSE Computer Science and Engineering. Today, we're gonna see the installation of Unix operating system on a virtual machine. So, the requirements for this are AT&T System 5 Unix and a virtual box. So now, let's move towards the downloads. I'll go on Chrome and I'll Google it, the virtual box. And this is the official site for downloading the virtual box. I'll click on it, and VirtualBox 6.1, this is the latest version, and I'll download it. I'll click on it first, and as I'm using Windows now, I'll download on Windows and click on Windows hosts. And as you can see, the download has started, but because I have already downloaded the virtual box, I'll not download it again and I'll pause it. And next we have to download the AT&T System 5 Unix. I'll Google it this too, and this is the official site for downloading the AT&T System 5 Unix. And this is the information given over here. The product type is OS, vendor is AT&T, the release date of this is 1991, minimum CPU is given, user interface is given, platform, and this is the 4 version 2.1, and the size of this is 5.84. I'll click on this to download, and this is the mirrors of it. These are the two servers. You can download any of the servers, and I'll download this server too. I'll click on it, and as you can see here, the download has started and it is showing here. Successfully downloading both the files, AT&T Unix System 5 and VirtualBox. We need to go on installation and the further process of it. And I have placed the AT&T Unix System 5 in a separate drive, and this is in a zip file. I need to extract it. I'll extract it here, and as you can see, this is successfully extracted. And the VirtualBox installation is very easy and very basic. You can download it in easy way, so I'll not go on it. And further, so I have successfully extracted this zip file, and this is the extracted folder. And as you can see, this folder contains all the disk images file. I'll scroll up and down, and as you can see, this is the disk images file, and this disk images file is required and needed while creating the Unix operating system, and this will required on a virtual box. So I'll directly go on a virtual box to create new Unix operating system. So as you can see, this is the icon of a virtual box, and I'll click on it. So as I have earlier created the Ubuntu, so it is showing here. Now we are up to create a new Unix operating system, so I'll click on new here, and it is asking me to create a virtual machine and the name and operating system. So I'll name it as Unix, and machine folder is E, and it is asking me the type and version. So I'll select the type as IBM OS slash 2 and version OS slash 2 bar 3 is what I needed, and I'll click on next, and it is asking me the memory size. So it is also showing the message here that the recommended memory size is 48 MB, but I'll give here the memory size as 32 MB, and I'll click on next, and it is asking me the hard disk. So create a virtual hard disk. Now this is the option I needed, so I'll click on create, and VirtualBox disk image, hard disk file type VirtualBox disk image. I'll click on next, and it is asking the storage on physical hard disk, so I will choose the fixed size. I'll click on next, and now here the file location and size, you can give any size of the file, and I will give it a 500 MB. I'll say create. Now as you can see, my new Unix operating system has created. You can see here, this is the preview of it, and this is the general information. To start the Unix operating system, we need to do some minor changes in it, and this is the preview of Unix, and this is the general information about it. Now going to the setting, and this is the general system, display, storage, audio, network, serial ports, USB, shared folders, user interface. And before doing anything, you need to make sure that your audio and USB is disabled. So as you can see, my audio here is disabled and USB also is disabled. Before starting the Unix, you need to check all the settings of it, as I am checking the general system. The 32 MB size I have allocated. Display, storage. Now in storage, the control is floppy and this is empty, so I need to add a disk image in it. So choosing a disk file, and I need to choose the base disk file, and this is the base 012.1. This I will choose, and I'll open this, and as you can see, the change here occurred after adding the disk file. And now here audio is disabled and USB is disabled, so I'm ready to start, and I can now start. And as you can see, my Unix is started. My Unix is successfully running. This is the first window of Unix running. Now as this Unix is running, it is asking me to enter floppy disk 2. So now I'll go back on setting, and I'll add the floppy disk 2 from here. I will not remove this but directly add the floppy disk 2, and this is it, and okay, and now show, and I'll enter this.
and you just need to follow this on-screen instructions. And I'll press Y. You just need to follow this, and I'll say here no. And is this correct? Yes. And it is asking me, is this configuration acceptable? I will say yes. And it is showing me the message, the Unix system will now be installed on your hard disk. That means it is installing on my hard disk, and it is asking me to reboot the system now. That means I need to remove the disk image. I'll go on setting and I'll remove the images. I have successfully removed it, and now I will reboot from here. And now I will start this. Now my Unix is rebooted. Now as I will press F here, and now it is asking me to insert floppy disk 3 out of 10. So I'll go on setting and storage, and I will add here disk image number 3, and this is the base 03, that is disk image. I will add here, and I'll say OK, and again I'll press on show and enter, and it is showing me the installation is in progress. Now it is instructed to insert the floppy disk 4. I'll again go on setting and I'll add base 04 disk image, and again I will press on show and enter, and it is again showing me the message installation is in progress. Now it is asking me to insert the floppy disk 5, and I'll again go on setting and insert floppy disk 5, that is base 05. Okay, and click on show and enter, and now next it is asking me to insert floppy disk 6. Again I'll go to setting and storage, and I'll add base 06 disk image. Okay, this process goes on till 10. Now floppy disk 7 till 10, we have to do the same procedure of adding. Now it is instructed to insert floppy disk 8. The same process I'll repeat. Now floppy disk 9. Now finally it is asking me the floppy disk 10. After successfully entering all the 10 floppy disks, it is asking to enter the password for root or super user. You can put any of the password, whatever you want. So I am keeping the password as 123, and again it is asking me to re-enter the new password. And after that, there there is a requirement for the password of install user, and the special note is given over there that the password should not match with the root password. So make sure that your password for install user is not same as of root user. I have entered the password for install user. Now I am entering the password again. Now after this, the on-screen instructions saying that enter the password for service user, and make sure the service user password should not be same as install as well as root user. So it should be unique. So I'm entering the password, and after that re-entering. And after successfully entering all the three passwords of root user, install user and service user, it is asked to give the system name. So I'll name the system as my name, Sanghavi, and that's it till now. And just read the on-screen instructions given, and then after this the system is asking to reboot. As the system is now asked to reboot, we need to prior to this we need to remove all the floppy disk from the storage. So need to go on a setting and then storage, and through this we need to remove disk from virtual disk. And as it is shows that the controller floppy is empty, just click on OK. And as you can see here, as I have removed the floppy disk, it is showing her empty, and just click on show. After this, need to reset the system and then show. The screen is now displaying the console login,
As we have set the console login as root, just enter the root and enter the password you have set for the root, and it is showing the message that your password has expired, so we need to choose the new password. So choose it accordingly and re-enter it. And as you can see here, my Unix system is installed over here, so I'll start using the commands. I have used the clear command and it is cleared, as you can see. And after this I'll use the ls command and it is successfully established the command. Now I'll go on AT&T folder and as you can see here, there is one file called readme, so just open it. I'll open this in notepad for the betterment. And as you can see, the to add the additional packages, the command this is given over here, so we just need to type this command to add additional packages to it. So I'll add it. Now entering that text, I have successfully added the additional packages to it. Now it is asking me to enter the diskette into the floppy drive 1. So for this I'll go on setting and I'll add the diskette accordingly, and I'll click on setting, then on storage, then click on empty, and through this file I'll select this maintenance one file and I'll click on OK and then show. And after adding that maintenance disk image, I'll type go for it, and as you can see, the installation in progress, the message has shown over here. Now it is asking me to select packages you wish to process or all the packages. And now it is asking me to enter the diskette 2 into the floppy drive 2. So for this I'll again go to setting and add maintenance to disk image. Again I'll type go for it. And just read this on screen going instructions. And as you can see, the message here shows that installation has been successful. So better I'll quit this system. To quit this system, we need to type small q, and to shut down, the message shown over here, that is shut down -y -g and 0. And as you can see, the system is responding accordingly.